Hey guys, Kane here, and in this video, I'm gonna do more or less an account review for an account about 10 months old. Now, honestly, I kind of thought my account is about 1 year-ish, but looking back to whenever I have started making videos of this game whenever I returned, I think on February 26th, I had castle level 2021. So basically, I started the days a few days prior to that. And to get castle level 20 ish, it's not that hard, especially since I was Valor 11 at that point in time. So that aside, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. I kind of was enjoying the holidays with my relatives as well as one of those days just chilling at my home watching movies and stuff like that. So I didn't really get into making videos. So that aside, hopefully you all had a good time and hopefully you all got all of the presents that you desire. So, first things first, we're gonna look into the heroes. Now, I think I have about 6 or 8 skins, something like that, but only about 6 of them being rather useful. So, I have the Lubu Rufio skin, I have the Christmas Elf Avril, I have the Variant Paladin. I'm not exactly using Vega, so it's not really that important to even count her. So that's 3 skins. I have future Lightborn Tiadrin, but I'm not using her. Potentially, maybe some point in the future. So we can assume this is the 4th skin. Then we have. I'm not counting Grim skin, that's for sure. I have the Balrog Iron Lawman skin, which is granting 10% stats, as well as the Mira Malice in Wonderland. I'm not exactly using her at the moment, but I will be adding her into the formation probably whenever I swap to Sylph. Now, since we were in the hero interface, we can also check the hero mastery. Now, not entirely sure how long I actually had this feature open, but basically, I didn't really spend anything on this particular feature. It's just like the free rewards that I was getting and improving the system. So I have 3 not maxed out, but unlocked the last skill in those particular trees, and I am working on unlocking the last one in the protective section, so my gladiators would be able to tank just a little bit more in terms of the passive abilities or passive skills that, let's say, the feature has. And after that, I will be working on the buffs for the army, since this one is pretty damn good. Aside from that, I think I had this feature for 5 months, maybe a bit longer. I'm not entirely sure. Perhaps like around that amount of time. And I think I managed to get a pretty decent amount of scrolls to actually upgrade this feature. So that's pretty darn good. Aside from that, the pet. Now, the pet is one of those things which I would tell quite a few people not to waste money on. So, for example, the free pet, the Umbra Fox, is granting you all A's in terms of the stats, right? So the next pet that came out granted 2 S's and 2 B's. So if you would downgrade these 2 S's, all of these would be A's as well. However, the newest pet had, let's say, 1 rank higher in terms of overall stats. So if you would reduce the A to B and then put it on an A and have like 2 C's, 1 B and 1 A, it would actually have more stats than this. It would actually have more stats than this. So essentially, they will be releasing pets in the future and they will be powering them up slightly. And to get a pet, it costs probably like about 30 to 40,000 Linari, and you're not gonna have it at 5 star too. I think it's like 4 star, 3 or 4 stars. So the thing is, I will be spending on a pet, but probably I will be waiting for a pet that will have all S's in terms of the stats, or SS's. I'm not entirely sure, but until then, I'm not really gonna be spending a lot on the pet, since the further the game goes, the better the pets they will be releasing, and spending like 40k, then 40k, then 40k. I'm not gonna have anything else for other features, such as, let's say, prisms. Now, I'm haven't actually played most of the golden game boards whenever this game came out, so I don't have a lot of true prisms. I thought I had 11, but apparently I have only 10. So the thing about that, I think I only played 4 or 5 golden game boards, and the rest of the true prisms came to me from random luck. So yeah, that's pretty decent, I suppose, for my own account, since majority of the time I only just play events to acquire the Linari for such events. So aside from that, I can say I was pretty lucky in terms of this feature, artifacts. So honestly, I don't have 5-star premium artifacts at the moment, but I will be making the arcane rod 5-star pretty soon. I do have a second 4-star premium artifact, which is the Hellguard, which kind of helps me out with the stall side and stuff like that. I know a Balrog should use Warmaker's main, but honestly, I am not using Bane at the moment, and I just decided to use this on Balrog since this is like the next best thing for him. Aside from that, quite a few of other premium artifacts are just like 2-star or something like that, some 3-star for specific abilities, but since I stopped spending quite a while ago prior to them releasing a pack which grants about 80 to 120 premium materials, um, not much I can do, and majority of the money that I've spent in the game kind of plummeted down to almost nothing, because accounts with like 5-star premium artifacts, quite a few of them would actually perform better, even like 1 million core less, if you had upgraded your field properly, at least in my own opinion. So that aside, let's have a quick look in terms of the dragon. So currently I have only one greater ability. I almost had to, but I kind of messed up in one of the Finders Keepers, and I had, I think, 120 out of 120 130 pulls. So I was missing 10 of them to grant me an ability, and I wasn't able to recharge since difficulties with UK Bank at that particular moment. Since I moved to Lithuania, there was a little issue, and it ended up me not getting the skill. So yeah, that was pretty friggin' bad. That aside, the draconic talent. So I have all of those three at 159, and I almost have the ability to get one of these talents to level 4 or tier 8 or tier 4, whichever way you want to call it. And I will be choosing the increases all friendly heroes attack by 70%. Now I will be trying this, as well as eventually I will be trying the tankier one, I suppose, but I don't think I will be sticking to this one, since a majority of my heroes are my main damage, and since I will be swapping to Sylph, I will require my heroes to perform extraordinary well. So that will be the thing that I will be choosing. And I am playing with an Azure Dragon as well, since it's, I suppose, one of the better dragons, and always was, perhaps will be as well, in just because like the Blessed Noble Blood, providing a percent heal as well as provide reduced physical damage taken by friendly units. I think it also affects heroes, but I'm not entirely sure. So that aside, the reliquary. So whenever this feature came out a few months ago, I'm not entirely sure when, I spent, I think, about $20 on this feature alone, and it was just to get like a quick boost, and I got nothing worthwhile for those $20, so I stopped spending on this feature. And so long as I play this game, I have upgraded everything in this feature in particular. Now, I do have one thing left to upgrade, and that is the Shield of Zeus to level 40, and then I will be upgrading either the orange ones to level 40 or start upgrading the hero ones to let's say rank 41 or stuff like that. Let me just quickly find some. So yeah, I've upgraded those hero stats, hero attack, yeah, to level 41s. They will be granting 1.5% hero attack bonus, and even the basic ones, which like the rare ones, whenever you reach 4 star, they start giving 1.5% per level. So basically, all of these relics become exactly the same once you max them out. Even the orange will provide 1.5% at 6 stars. So essentially, if you don't have enough to break through the orange ones in terms of like the fragments, you might as well just start evenly upgrading the other relics, and that will be what I will be doing. In terms of the temple, I kind of managed to get quite a few temples +6. So this one, I'm missing only a few rune stones to make it +6. I do believe I have two of the dragons here at +6. I have this with quite a few +6 as well. Uh, I'm not sure if I have a lot of these at +6, but essentially about 50% of my temples, maybe a little bit more, are all +6, which is pretty good. They started giving out quite a lot of runes, and it sort of became, I guess, a bit friendlier to the free to play players. And honestly, so long as I get to upgrade stuff, the game is actually quite fun. Now, in terms of the units, it's actually pretty hard to check every equipment, check every bonuses and stuff like that, since majority of these gears will always be random. So on most of my units or equipment, I have like 50-50 stats. Some have like 3 good, some have 4 decent, but I don't have any perfect equipment, so it's not really that worthwhile to go through everything. We'll be swapping to Sylph once again. We'll be swapping some of the equipment, but you can see that some stats are good in terms of like physical resistance and magic resistance. In terms of the Rakan, I do believe majority of the people around me and a bit higher core have something similar or less or a little bit more, and that is one of the more important stats. Then you have healing received, critical hit resistance, and then you have evade chance as like the last one for the tanking. I'm not sure how this crit rate reduction would perform or how you can get more of it. Then moving towards archers, I do have some good stuff on archers, I suppose. The critical hit damage is 223%. Now, quite a lot of people that I'm facing or checking out, they don't even have 200%. So essentially, that is one of the reasons why my archers are scoring like top DPS or top 5 almost every single time. And like crit damage has something to do with that, especially when I have 65% crit rate, and then you have the Rakan archers increasing their own critical hit rate as well. So yeah, do keep that in mind, but as you can see, they have high physical and magical resistance just because the gears are like 50-50. So that aside, honestly, in that 1 year or almost 1 year, I kind of managed to get a proper account going. Unfortunately, I kind of stopped spending, so the account isn't really like insane power or whatever. Majority of the time, I just buy stuff in the early game and then just play it out and play events. So just to show you an example, I've won the rank 1 in the let's say honor event, I believe, yeah. And I swap rankings or these rankings with the rank 2 guys, so we always keep rank 1 or 2. And we don't really waste that much time on this event since nobody else does that. We just secure our rankings and end there. And honestly, it's quite good to be in a kingdom which doesn't really play that much events. Like if you check my score, it's 21 million, and the other people around me are like 2 million or less. So that's like 10% my score. And after you merge, I think 3 times, and people go to Drake or Sight, you're gonna start ranking quite high in terms of the other events. So, for example, uh, currently, I ranked 5th and I scored, I think, 7 seconds with 4 heroes. So yeah, this guy also scored 7 seconds with 4 heroes, but I was later than him. And all of these guys will be going to Drake or side. So essentially, I will be either rank 1 or rank 2 or rank 3 in this event, which includes or which means more Linari towards me. So that is why I will be staying again when the people are going to Drake or side, because it involves a lot of Linari gain from a lot of these events, and then I can play stuff like let's say Summoner Circle for like the big spender or whatever. So honestly, yeah, that's I suppose a pretty good increase in terms of like the ranking, in terms of core, in terms of like the playtime and stuff like that. So as you can see, all of the yellows are going towards the Drake, and as you can see, like, man, I'm probably gonna be ranking quite high in a lot of the events. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. I suppose I just wanted to make a review video since I didn't really do that in quite a while. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and happy holidays.